The remains of Pier 54, 14th Street, where the Lusitania left from. Noticing a trend? I had the day off. The fireboat to your left, the 343. For the number of firefighters we lost September 11th, it can pump more than 60,000 gallons of water a minute. Gone from Chelsea to Greenwich Village, neighborhoods made so attractive by infamous creative people made them unaffordable. Hoboken, New Jersey on your right. Take a map or an app to explore the village, you'll need it. Midtown is easy, avenues go north and south, cross streets go east or west. But south of 4th Street, Waverly Place crosses Waverly Place. On the left is Pier 40. What's 40 minus 40? Right, Houston Street. Did you know New York was the first U.S. capital? That on April 30th, we marked the anniversary of George Washington taking the oath as president on Wall Street? Cedar Street, Pine Street, Oyster Street, Pearl Street's historic. Nothing alphabetic or numeric. Take a map or an app. You're going to need it. Oh, you young people. It's all about your computers and your apps. Left and right of us, the air vents of the Holland Tunnel are sticking out. The world's first underwater vehicular tunnel, longer than a mile. Clifford M. Holland, the engineer. You want to see the future? Speaking of computers, look right. All new buildings. USA Today calls Jersey City the best planned urban community in the U.S. You want to see the past? Look left. I mean, the financial district is beginning. Can we still call it that? Less than half the jobs in it today are financial. If your building's from the 1920s or 30s, BC, before computers, it's not designed to handle 21st. Look left. See how Manhattan sticks out in the river at a square angle? That's not natural. She's been enhanced. Battery Park City. Everything dug out or destroyed. In the 60s. Name the first building built in the city designed purposely for fax and computers. You know, you don't know, you know. The World Trade Center. Take away the spire, was their average height. South of this one or to the right of it, the open space is where they both stood. Their foundations form the Waterfalls Memorial. The North Tower, Tower 1, 1,368 feet tall. Did you know Tower 2 was 4 feet taller? In the South Tower, somebody wanted a higher executive dining room ceiling. Little off the blueprint change. First and second tallest in the world when open. And for more than 300 of our first responders lost since due to World Trade Center related illnesses. Remember.
E quindi qui finisce New York.
For Goldman Sachs Financial Services.
E pensare che noi andiamo su One World.
Look on the right for the Colgate clock. See the clock just above the river in Jersey City, cheaper to develop than any property in Manhattan. Your tax rate's cheaper. Vacant space you can custom build. Now what have you learned about Manhattan so far? An island. Your space is limited, expensive. Frequently, your infrastructure's ancient. Without tax breaks, where is your incentive to stay? In this century, Jersey City and New York City are competing over the same corporate tax base. For fiscal survival, industries left both. Each city's fiscal future's on the line. Or if it's only a 16-acre memorial site. One train leaving every 4 minutes average. 150 ferry boats a day. A ferry leaving every 8 minutes. A train leaving every 4 minutes. Let's say it's 1912. Trust me on this salary at pinch pennies, reach into your liberty enlightening the world. The world has 7 continents, 7 seas. crown's halo, 7 points. Want to enlighten the world about democracy? Is she dressed in Athenian Grecian robes, Athens, democracy's birthplace? Or a Roman garment? Doulas given Roman slaves set free. Well, there's no Pennsylvania Station here in New York City. The keystone is the last stone placed in a stone arch. The center stone is always wider on the top, it's narrow at the bottom. The keystone distributes the weight of the others equally for its dynamic strength and stability. An arch is stronger than any wall. On this keystone, the Roman numerals writ spelled July 4th, 1776. The Declaration of Independence, the keystone of our democracy. But for women, for African Americans, we definitely defaulted on that document's promises. Democracy, nothing but a dream deferred. That's why her right leg's behind her left. She's walking free. Breaking free of the chains of slavery at her feet. The hope was when our nation ended slavery. Like in ancient Greek and Rome, anyone who could afford them could wear them.
Mattia, mettiti giù che ti faccio una foto.
Didn't have to be a man. Okay. Wasn't his wife. They were never legally married. These things happen. Wasn't even their daughter. It was the daughter of a French diplomat taken to the party as a
È gigantesca.
Nonetheless, think how far. Well, as our captain makes a picture-perfect turn, may I offer you a picture postcard view to your left? Turn your cell phone sideways, go panoramic. You'll thank me later. The glorious Manhattan skyline awaits your looks. My office window beats anybody's. To your right, the Anthem of the Seas is the liner docked on the German Memorial by the sculptor Zerab Zeratelli. Now, it's interesting because that's regarded as a mediocre artwork, and it was very controversial, and so was Lady Liberty. Art critics were not impressed. One critic's review from 1886, the sculptor Bertoldi does not lack the gift of the obvious. That's art speak from the 70s. The high ground beyond the barges is Staten Island. New York City's forgotten borough is off your right shoulder here. Snug Harbor Cultural Center, Colonial Historic Ritual Town, the National Lighthouse Museum, the historic St. George Theater. The old jail is now TV and film studios. The left side says sculpting they can afford for Charles Care safely staff on Liberty Island and Ellis Island and some other places too. But behind the flagpole is the new museum under Scar-based 3 decades. A nearly $500 million makeover is complete. It officially opens May 1st for us to visit. To your right today is a hybrid, both a National Park Historic District and City Park. Dial 311, the New York City information number 311 for the details. You can tour